Yo, what's up, peoples? Y'all here battle versus this guy named Lucas. I don't remember what his actual name was, but his in-game name is Lucas, so we're gonna go with that. And yeah. So here I got a team which, like last video, is kind of a fusion of an old team plus a new team, which makes it kind of a bad team. But anyways, Talonflame's kind of good. If you guys didn't know, it's kind of strong and has priority Bravebird, so you know that's pretty good. And I noticed on his team nothing resists Bravebird except for Aegislash, and his entire team is very offensive and die to one Bravebird except for Aegislash. So I was hoping maybe Aegislash would die early, so I could just sweep his entire team with Talonflame. So that's basically my game plan, as well as my team's pretty shit. So there's that. He leads off with it. And I'm just like, okay, that was good for me. I guess I'll just go for Will-O-Wisp and see what he switches to. But he doesn't switch, which I was like, what? And he had a thing, a Lumberry, and I was like, okay, that's cute, I guess. He goes for the Swords Dance, and I'm just like, okay, I guess I'll just Will-O-Wisp again. And he just chose to attack me. I was like, whatever, I guess. But yeah, so he Shadow Sneaks. It does a lot, and I Will-O-Wisp and I burn him. And I was just like, well, that was the story of Aegislash living. This thing's pretty much dead. I thought, you know, maybe he might just Swords Dance again because he saw that I used Will-O-Wisp twice and I didn't have an item, so maybe he thought it was choice in some way. So I guess he stayed in and Swords Danced as I just Hydro Pump his face in and he dies. So that works out, I guess. And now he goes into Gengar. Gengar is probably Mega because it's threatening and is Gengar anyway. So I go into Dragalge, which is not supposed to be Dragalge. It's supposed to be a T-Tar, but I don't have it yet, so yeah. And he Mega Evolves. And Shadow Ball, it tickles a lot. Actually, it does a lot of damage. It does like 40%. So that's kind of bad. But I guess he didn't know what I was going to use. I was actually going to go for Scald. I wasn't sure that this thing would die to a Bravebird in one hit from Talonflame, which, by the way, Aegislash is dead, so I can pretty much just send it in anytime I want to like sweep his entire team. But I noticed, you know, he has a Togekiss, he has the Diggersby, which might live Bravebird. It is Choice Band Bravebird, but I mean, Talonflame's attack is only like base 81, so it's not gonna like OHKO everything. So I have to do some damage beforehand, or in other words, just get up entry hazards. Which, you know, because of that, I don't really care if my Dragalge lives or not. So I just stay in and hopefully get off, you know, a Sludge Bomb or something. By the way, he Thunder Waved me and I got paralyzed the same turn, which was complete stupid. But yes, is what I say it is. So I go for Sludge Bomb this turn. Thankfully it hits. It does like over half. I was kind of surprised because this thing isn't offensive at all. And I mean, that's definitely enough where Talonflame can OHKO it, so I just basically stay in and fodder this thing because I don't care for it. It's not gonna wall Gengar ever, and yeah, so I was just like, alright, you can leave now. And next turn it will, once it finally dies. Whenever, there you go, Dazzling Gleam. And Togekiss does like some weird ass dance thing when it does Dazzling Gleam. I was like, what? I don't know. But anyways, in comes Talonflame, which can easily two-shot everything, if not OHKO, everything on his team right now. So, oh wait, I go into Billy Mays. What? Why? Oh, that's right, I wanted the rest. So I go for rest. Right. I was thinking Billy Mays was going to do something for the rest of this battle, but it doesn't. So I rest because I wanted the Chester Berry, and I felt like this was the only time I was ever going to do that because he had, like, what, Greninja? Yeah, Greninja, Gengar, Diggersby, Noivern, and Gengar. None of which, you know, all of which could easily OHKO Rotom at where he was at like 40% health. So I decided to rest, and now I Volt Switch, and I Volt Switch into Talonflame. And then Talonflame does what it does best, and Bravebird everything it sees. So yeah, here's Talonflame. And I forgot to like nickname like 4 of my pokes. I need to do that now because Fortress isn't nicknamed, Talonflame's not nicknamed, Geology still isn't nicknamed, and I forget what the last thing was on my team. I forget. But yeah, so Bravebird. It's dead. I still feel like, and I don't know, I don't think I've said this in a video, but I think Choice Band Talonflame is the best Talonflame. I don't care about the whole bulk up Swords Dance thing. Not only do you not have priority on those two moves, but you're also just a Talonflame. You're not bulky. So, yeah, I don't know. So, I switch into Scarm. He's Stone Edge and misses, which sucks, I guess. I thought he was going to return, but I guess he has Stone Edge. I didn't even know they can learn Stone Edge. I didn't think it could, but I guess it can. And I go for a Layer of Spikes because I felt, like I said, I felt like Gengar and, what's his face, Diggersby could live a Brave Bird. So I just make sure, go for the spikes. Same thing with Greninja if it had a Focus Sash. And I went for Brave Bird here, again, just in case this thing miraculously lives a Brave Bird or has Focus Sash. So I Brave Bird, it dies. I had Sturdy anyways, so I knew I was going to live, but I lived with like 6 HP or something. And in comes Talonflame. So, yeah. I sort of feared the quick attack from the Diggersby. I wasn't sure if Diggersby was faster than Talonflame naturally. I mean, obviously it's not faster naturally, but I was thinking maybe a max speed Diggersby versus a Talonflame with no speed would be faster. I didn't think so, but I wanted to be on the safe side, which is the reason why I switched last turn. And here I switched because I was like, alright, he either A, forgot Focus Sash was broken, or B, has Water Shuriken or Shadow Sneak. And he goes for Water Shuriken. Also, Shiny Trevenant. I think I win the game. Yeah. This is especially defensive Trevenant, which also doesn't make sense because I have like 3 special walls on this team or something. And I have 2 physical walls on the team. So, actually no. I have Fortress, Rotom, and Skarmory. So you can tell like this isn't supposed to be the final team. But anyways, Trevenant takes the U-turn. It actually doesn't take it at all. Again, because it has no defense investment. And it's careful natured, max HP, max special defense. But anyways, I go for the Will-O-Wisp, just in case he goes into anything. It doesn't really matter what he goes into. But I miss, which kind of made me sad face, because again, I know Gengar doesn't get that much more bulk, but I was thinking, you know, hopefully Talonflame can OHKO this thing. Because Trevenant's kind of useful in not dying to Greninja, I switch into Rotom because Rotom's useless at this point. It took so much damage, and yeah, so I was like, whatever. So, in comes Talonflame. I think I've said that like 4 times by now. And Brave Bird. Brave Bird. And it kills the Gengar. So Talonflame's been doing work. It's taken out, I think, already 3 of his Pokemon. And now he goes into this thing, which I decided to just Brave Bird, because why the fuck not? And after 2 layers of spikes hurting it, I was for sure Brave Bird was gonna kill. So he dies, and then he sends in Greninja, which has the Water Shuriken. So, and it's his last Pokemon, so I just decided to stay in. And maybe, hopefully, miraculously, I'm either faster, which wouldn't happen because I have no speed investment, or his Water Shuriken doesn't kill me, which also would be a miracle, which neither happened. It just dies. So, Talonflame goes down. I still have Trevenant and Fortress. I decided to go into Trevenant because I know Trevenant could just kill it in 1 hit if it ever has one. Plus, if he does have Night Slash or something, he'll take Life Orb Recoil, so that it'll just be easier for Fortress to kill. But he ends up having Shadow Sneak, which does still take it out because of Life Orb. I'm assuming this thing's like Adamant or something, since he has like all these priority moves. But whatever, I guess. And here comes Fortress. Fortress goes, or he goes for spikes, I guess just to show me his last move or something, I don't know, because he knows the game's over. And Gyro Ball, and this Gyro Ball, just look at Fortress when he uses that. Like, I don't get the logic of doing that to hurt people, but I guess it works. So yeah, Greninja dies and Fortress wins the game, because Talonflame didn't do anything in that match at all. So that's the game. Hope you guys enjoyed. Comment, rate, sub, everything else.